This is a Lego car. And this is a Lego car that's made in 2D. And today, I'm gonna challenge myself to build a giant Lego world where literally everything in it is made in 2D. So anyway, let's go. Okay, so you know those rugs that kids put on their floor where it's like a small town with buildings and cars? Well, basically, that's what I wanna build. So I have this empty wall in my room, and my plan is to turn it into a giant 2D Lego town. But before I can begin building this world, the first thing I need is to cover my wall in base plates. Okay, now we have a surface to build on, and please like the video because I spent way too much money on these. Okay, the first thing that every town needs are houses for people to live in. So that's the first thing we need to build. Okay, the outside's finished, now we gotta build the inside. So I'm gonna build a 2-story Lego house, and inside there's a couch, a small kitchen with a dining room, and the staircase which takes you up to the second level where there's a bedroom and this bathroom. Wow, it's so weird seeing how flat this is. And finally, to build the outside of the house, I made this giant wall with a door and windows. It's super easy to remove if you ever want to look inside. And now that the first house is finished, it's time to introduce the first citizen that will be living here. So I added this guy with a very clapped hairline. But we still need to keep adding people, and one house isn't enough for everyone who will soon be living here. So my next plan is to build a tall apartment building that can house several people in one place. So I built 5 apartments with different rooms, like this bedroom with a TV, a living room, this gaming room with the computer, this kitchen, and this bathroom. So now we can cover the building with a wall and add more people to live here. Okay, now the new citizens of this town have homes to live in, but this town is still as empty as my wallet after I buy Lego. So the next thing I'm gonna add is a farm, because this town needs its own source of food to feed the people living in it. So first, I built this giant barn full of cows that will supply milk. And outside, I also built this small coop full of chickens, that way we can get eggs. And I even built this giant field full of vegetables that we can grow and harvest. Wow, this looks so much like a real farm that I'm starting to talk with a country accent. Okay, now that we have all this food, it's time to feed the citizens. So to do that, we're gonna open up this town's very first grocery store. So inside, I built shelves full of all the different food items that people can purchase. And just like that, now this town has its own food supply, so the citizens can finally eat. Oh, except that guy. I don't think we fed him on time. Okay, the next thing this town needs is a road. So I have these special Lego plates, and they're designed to look exactly like a real road. So I'm gonna build a giant road for this town using them. Again, don't ask me how much money I spent. And to go on the road, I even built some 2D Lego cars, like this one, which is supposed to be a pickup truck. I also added some stoplights to tell the cars when to go. Okay, for this next challenge, I'm gonna build a Lego police station because every town needs one of those, right? So I built this one with several different levels to add different rooms. So on the first level, I built a computer room so the police officers can scan for criminals. For the second level, I'm gonna build a meeting room where the officers can make important announcements and discuss plans. For the third level, I built this gym where the officers can train and get stronger. So I built this punching dummy, this pull-up bar, these weights, and at the end of their workout, they can celebrate by eating some donuts. And on the final top level, I built a small prison with cells to put all the criminals. Free my boy. Okay, and now our Lego police station is finished, and oh yeah, I also built this police car. But now we can move on to the next Lego build, and this time I'm gonna build a fire station. So I built this one with a giant golden bell on the very top to alert people when there's a fire. I also built this small 2D fire truck. And the final emergency service that this town needs is a hospital. So I built one across the street from the police station, and inside I built a surgery room where minifigs can get any new body part put in. And not gonna lie, that sounds really creepy, but that's how I imagine minifigs actually have surgery. So basically plastic surgery. And on the second level, I built a baby delivery room where pregnant mothers can give birth. I even built my own Lego gender reveal. Okay, finally this is starting to look like a real town. And why does this honestly look like something I'd see on Google Satellite View? Okay, the next thing I plan to build for this town is a Lego school. That way the people living here don't become dumb, but become smart. So first I built the outside of the school, and when you remove this wall, you can see the inside, where I built this classroom with desk for the students, a small shelf full of books, and a desk for the teacher. And up front there's a smart board so the students can watch educational videos. And outside the school I built a small playground with 2 swings that I built using these chains. Okay, we built a school on this block, but now on this block I'm gonna build a Lego park. So first I built this long sidewalk that will go through the park so people can walk or ride their bike. And in the actual park I built some trees like this one, which has apples growing on it. It looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. I also built a small picnic bench where 2 people are going on a small date with each other. I also built this basketball hoop, and I even built this tiny skateboard park. Okay, and now I'm out of space to build, so on to the next block. There's not much space, so what if I built a small fast food restaurant? And my plan is to build a Lego McDonald's. So I built my own custom McDonald's logo, and inside I built a small workstation to make the burgers with every ingredient. I even invented my own TD Bricks McDonald's collab meal. So you get a burger, some fries, a shake, and a cookie. Okay, now let me get one. Okay, this town is almost finished, but next I'm gonna let my subscribers tell me what to build. This first person told me to build a bank, so I'm gonna build one on this small empty block, and inside I built this vault where we can put all the money. This next person told me to build a gas station, so I built one with a single gas pump, and I even built this small convenience store with a slushy machine and this rack full of snacks and drinks. Another person requested a barber shop, so I built this one, and inside there's a giant rack full of hairstyles to pick from and a professional barber to give you a fresh cut. This person told me to build a forest, so I built one using lots of trees, and I even added some animals, and I even built this pond for ducks and fish. Someone told me to build an airport, so I made this one with an airstrip and an air traffic control tower, and I even built this tiny plane to transport passengers. And for the final request, someone told me to build a house. Wait, why are the cops here? Okay, now it's time to add the final but biggest thing to this town, and my plan is to build a giant shopping mall. So inside I built a long hallway with 6 empty rooms, and I'm about to turn each one into its own separate store. Okay, this first one is a shoe store. Next, I built one of those expensive designer clothing stores that's named something that I can't pronounce. Usually that's how you can tell if it's expensive. Every mall also needs a tech store, so I even built a tiny Apple store. I also built a Lego store and Lego. I also built a bubble tea shop with blenders to make the drinks, and those iPads that will flip towards you and make you pay a $50 tip. And for the final store, I built a GameStop where you can buy video game CDs, controllers, and gaming systems, or you can even trade your entire collection of games for 50 cents. Oh yeah, of in-store credit too. Yes! Let's freaking go. Now this Lego town is finished. That was supposed to be confetti. Look at how flat this is. If I go to the side, you can hardly see it. It looks just like a real town. Also, this makes a great piece of artwork in my room. Comment what you want to see me build next. I'll see you in the next one.